Philadelphia Phillies baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
The Phillies have not had a lot to battle for this season, but the battles within the division continue. 18.5 games ahead or behind, the National League East matchups never disappoint. The Nationals are sitting proudly atop the division, but the Phillies are set on a strong finish. But for what it's worth, they both always come out swinging. It's the perfect way to start your trip to the ballpark. Make sure you get a scorecard, make sure you get a program, get yourself ready for Game 2 between the Phillies and the Washington Nationals. The Phillies bullpen, which has been much maligned over recent months, well, the last 2 games, 7 1/3 scoreless, just 2 hits and 9 strikeouts. They have been outstanding for the Phils. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Chris Wheeler. The starting pitching's been good, but the bullpen has been even better for the Phils. It's helped the Phils take the last couple of ball games. Tonight, they hope they're not being used because Doc's on the mound, and he'll be opposed by Gio Gonzalez.
Gio Gonzalez, another guy, Tom, who will be in the running for the Cy Young at the end of the year, especially if he keeps going like this. This guy originally signed by the Chicago White Sox in the Phillies organization for a little while, has come back to the National League from Oakland this year and just been tremendous. Phillies have seen him twice, and he has electric stuff. Throws somewhere between 90, 95, 96, has a tremendous curveball. Will use a changeup too. Real loose arm, very free motion, and his stuff just dives all over the zone. That was the game in Washington on a Saturday afternoon that he won. And then playing here at Citizens Bank Park, he was just as good, if not better. He's gone 7 innings in both these starts. The only way you really get him is to have him throw a lot of pitches early, try and get him in the zone a little bit where you're able to catch up with him and maybe get him out of the ballpark. If not, he can really pitch a very, very strong game and dominate a lineup. This is what he's done this year. May was outstanding. Those 2 wins against the Phillies coming back then. June, July, okay. He's been real, real good again here in the month of August. So when you face the Nationals with Gio Gonzalez on the mound, you have to think, don't let them get too far out in front of you.
You know, you mentioned, too, to be patient. He's averaging 16.1 pitches per inning, which is the most in the National League. So a heck of a matchup on paper today with Gio Gonzalez taking the baseball for the Nationals and Roy Halladay coming off a victory in which he wasn't his finest. He's going after his 8th win of the year. Well, the Phillies bullpen, it doesn't matter who it is. Everybody that Charlie Manuel's put out there the last couple of days has done their job. How about Raul Valdez? B.J. Rosenberg had the biggest pitch of the night last night. When we return, the lineups in the first pitch for Game 2 with the Phils and the Nets. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Every new Toyota purchase comes with Toyota Care. By Citizens Bank, we're for homes. Talk to us today about how we can help guide you to the loan that's right for you. By Xfinity, the official HD triple play provider of your Phillies. And by Independence Blue Cross. We're creating a more coordinated healthcare system that is built around you. Independence Blue Cross, changing the game. Of the Washington Nationals. A lot of news around Major League Baseball earlier today. In fact, we heard the rumblings last night, but the blockbuster trade between the Red Sox and the Dodgers is officially complete. James Loney, Alan Webster, Ivan DeJesus, and two players who I think most people know, Ruby De La Rosa is one of them, and Jerry Sands is the other, are going to Boston. Adrian Gonzalez, Carl Crawford, Josh Beckett, Nick Punto, and a bucket full of cash going to Los Angeles. That is one of the biggest trades, I think, wheels in recent Major League Baseball history.
And to think that it's made in the month of August, too, is shocking because, you know, so much emphasis is put on the deals by the end of July with the trading deadline. Those guys all have to clear waivers. But when you're dealing with that kind of money, it's really easy for a guy to clear waivers because nobody's going to claim him. And in that case, it's just unimaginable how much salary the Red Sox must have unloaded.
Well, the Dodgers apparently claimed Adrian Gonzalez and Josh Beckett off waivers, and then it led to the conversation about Carl Crawford, who's out for the year with Tommy John surgery. And then, well, and then Nick Punto was just thrown in for an extra body. I'm sure there'll be more on that. Adrian Gonzalez is in the starting lineup tonight for the Dodgers.
You know, the social media person that I am,
right?
I understand there was something on Twitter of a photo of those guys in a chartered jet that the Dodgers sent for them to get them out to Los Angeles
earlier today
to play. And tremendous.
Earlier today, in fact, before it was official, they were on their way. They were in the air.
Yes, and they were
Beckett, Gonzalez, and Nick Punto
tweeting pictures of themselves.
That's exactly it.
They were that happy to get out of Boston.
Steve Lombardozzi's walking to the plate. We're about ready to get underway here in Game 2. Roy Halladay has finished off his warm-up tosses. Lombardozzi last night was 0 for 4. He flied out 3 times. 2 for 4 in a short period of time against Doc. Doc getting set for his 19th start of the year. He's 7-7 with an ERA of 3.95. So here we go. The first pitch of the night. Upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. We're underway. Halladay with 95 strikeouts in 118 in the third innings. Obviously spent a long period of time on the disabled list this year with shoulder issues. Last outing, his offense really helped him out. He just couldn't get his cutter under control. Well, that time he throws a cutter right into the hands of Lombardozzi, and John Mayberry will glide under it and put it away. 1 out here in the first. Let's take a look at the rest of the Nationals lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Bryce Harper, then Ryan Zimmerman. Adam LaRoche, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Jason Worth is in right field hitting 5th. Roger Bernadita 6th. And in the bottom third of Espinosa, Suzuki, and Gio Gonzalez.
Threw a lot more curveballs and cutters last time because he's having trouble with his fastball command. And his curveball the last 2 times out have been very good, especially in that game against the Cardinals.
Bryce Harper had 2 doubles in last night's ball game. Takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Rich Doobie was mentioning this week that they were working on the cutter and working on the fastball and making sure that they were refined a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
He still needs his sinker. That's always been such a great pitch for him throughout his amazing career. There's a scouting report on Roy Halladay with the cutter and sinker in there. He needs to just repeat his pitches, and once he starts doing that more effectively, he'll be okay. Very good lifetime numbers against these guys.
There's a curved ball, and it's over for strike 2. 1-2.
Remember, this guy Bryce Harper getting a hit off Roy Halladay in the second game in the game here this year off a curveball because he said he'd watch him on TV a lot and he liked to start guys with curveballs.
There's a soft ground to second.
Tonight Roy Halladay started him with a sinker. Well, it's time now for a Nissan Keys to tonight's game. Overcast here at Citizens Bank Park, where Gonzalez can get wild. So you really need a good approach to him, and he will throw a lot of pitches. Maybe you can get him out of the game. And Roy Halladay, the Phillies are hoping that he just keeps getting better and better, and we just find as the season ends and start off next year and be ready to go.
Last start, he went 7 innings. He allowed 10 hits and 5 earned runs. Struck out 3. Phillies won that game 12-5. Ryan Zimmerman swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Nice catch by a gentleman in the Hall of Fame club. Zimmerman's numbers against Halladay, 4 for 14 with a couple doubles. Another foul ball out to the Hall of Fame club, and another great catch. He caught that with one hand. Almost knocked the guy behind him down after he caught it.
You got a shot at one, you might as well go for it. Oh yeah, good play. Throwing a lot of cutters here in the first inning. He has some bite to it too.
Sinkers, 0-2.
Yeah, sinker, Tom's a good pitch to throw to right-handed hitters too, because it bites down and in on them, and it gets them off the plate a little bit, sets up the stuff away.
Curveball chopped on the ground toward the middle. To his left, Rollins, and it turns out to be an easy first inning for Doc. We haven't said that often during the course of the 2012 season. Middle of the first, it's the Nationals nothing, and the Phillies coming up. Look at the Phillies starting lineup for tonight's ball game. It's brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Leading it off at shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Kevin Franzen bats second. Chase Utley hits third, followed by Ryan Howard and John Mayberry. Eric Kratz, the catcher, bats sixth. Juan Pierre seventh. Michael Martinez will be in right field hitting eighth. And batting ninth and pitching is, of course, Doc. And they'll face Nationals left-hander Gio Gonzalez, trying to become Major League Baseball's first 17-game winner.
What a great move this was for Mike Rizzo and the Washington Nationals to get this guy from Oakland. Oakland just wanted to move some salary. They made the trade for Gio Gonzalez. A lot of teams wanted to get him, and they were able to get it done. Look at the numbers on him. He is outstanding. Only 7 home run balls in 153 in the third innings.
First pitch of the night is taken outside. Now the word take should come into the language tonight if the Phillies are successful, because he can throw some pitches in the game.
Right. That's why we put that in the keys of the game tonight, because that's the way you beat this guy, is to have him throw a lot of pitches and get him out of the game early, or maybe get him to give up some runs early.
2-0 the count to Rollins, who was 2 for 4 in last night's game with a run scored and a couple RBIs. Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Mary Lou Profera of Belmar, New Jersey. If the Phillies hit a home run in tonight's ball game, then Mary Lou will win $300.
Last time out, Gonzalez threw 110 pitches in 5 2/3 innings.
But won the game.
Their bullpen has been very good this year, and it talked about in the opening tonight. Phillies bullpen the last 2 nights has been exceptional.
Rollins takes low, ball 4, so he starts the first with a leadoff walk.
That's a really good approach. They must have seen the keys of the game. Yeah, right.
Jimmy, who is 5 stolen bases away from 400 for his career. Taking a look at Juan Samuel over in the third base coach's box. Kevin Franzen stands in. Franzen starting at third base again tonight, hitting .345. This is his 24th start, or I should say 25th start. He's reached base safely in 21 of the 24 games. Last night he was 0 for 3 with a walk.
He'll take pitches too. You know, Kevin FRANDSEN so far not afraid to hit behind in the count. It's fundamentally pretty sound.
On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, they're at the top of the 9th inning in San Francisco. Braves are on top of the Giants 7-3.
Giants have a nice little winning streak. Looks like it's about to end.
Their head must be spinning right now with the deal the Dodgers just pulled off. Giants lead the West by 3. FRANDSEN fouls the 2-0 back. It's 2-1.
Yeah, those two teams have been pretty active lately. Well, the Dodgers have this infusion of money now with the new ownership. Everything's under control out there as far as that goes. So I guess they decided to really go for it. No kidding. Bringing in all that money. It's not like they're just paying those guys for a year.
2-1 the count to FRANDSEN. Rollins leads off first. Inside 3-1.
There's some serious long-term contract commitments involved in that deal.
And next year alone, the salary for the Dodgers for, I think it's 4 or 5 position players. I think it's 5 position players. $85 million.
So we're getting into Phillies country now.
Gonzalez will toss over to first. Rollins back easily.
9 out of 10 so far for base runners. Gonzalez will use a slide step. When he goes into the full windup and throws a curveball, not full windup, but the stretch without the slide step and throws a curveball, he can run on it.
There's the slide step, and FRANDSEN takes it for a strike. It's 3-2.
He's throwing mostly fastball so far. Don't know a whole lot about Manny Gonzalez. Haven't seen him a whole lot.
Crew chief is Jerry Davis. He's at second.
See if they run here as FRANDSEN makes contact.
Rollins goes. Pitch is fouled away. And it remains 3-2.
It's a good combination to do that because of the fact that Charlie feels comfortable that FRANDSEN won't swing and miss into a double play. And if he hits a ground ball, then Rollins is in motion and you stay out of a double play.
Doesn't go this time. He lines it to right field. Worth on the run. He can't get it. Rollins hesitated for a moment, but he's on his way to third. First and third with nobody out. Nice way to start.
Yeah, they got after him last night and had a chance for a couple. Only got one, but still took an early lead. There's you start the runner that way. Now Jimmy Rollins, as Tom said, had to hesitate because you couldn't tell if Jason Worth was going to get to that ball or not. But then once it hits, Worth's going to his right and Jimmy can get to third. Ball slicing away from Worth. Now it hits. He comes up with it quickly. 2, 3, 4 steps. There's Jimmy running. Watch, watch, watch. Hits the ground. And with Worth, all that momentum taking him towards the line, he gets to third easily.
So the Phillies have a chance for a first inning run again. With Rollins at third, FRANDSEN at first. Chase Utley is up. Chase is 6 for 21 on the homestand. His average at .251. And he was quick pitch, but he hooks it right into the hole in right field. Rollins will score. It's 1-0 Phillies. .25 RBIs now for Utley.
Whole thing really set up by the patience of Jimmy Rollins and then running on the 3-2. You can't do that with everybody because they swing and miss too much. But in this case, you had a guy like FRANDSEN who doesn't, and they can make something happen. It's really nice to say, well, do this, do that, or the other thing, but you have to have the personnel to do it. Chase rarely, if ever, swings at the first pitch. But against that left-hander with a runner in scoring position, he thought correctly. He may get a first ball fastball, and he hits it hard in the hole.
Ryan Howard had a couple hits in last night's ball game. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Hit a laser double to left center field. He has 3 infielders on the right side, and he takes a breaking ball outside and low.
There he goes with the first curveball he's thrown. The overshift with Ryan Howard, and as they always do, or most teams do, they'll play the outfield the other way because he hits the ball more in the air towards left center.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. Lays off again, 2-0.
Get after Gio Gonzalez right now before you settle down, and they're making him throw a lot of pitches early. Good approach.
The average is 16.1 pitches per inning. He's at 15.
To say, here he comes to the average. Well, his body language is terrible right now. It's a calm man right there, Davey Johnson. He's perfect for a young team.
Ryan taking all the way. It's the 3rd time in the last few days that he's had a 3-0 count that he's taken the pitch for a strike.
And all 3 of them have been away where you're going to do very little with it.
Two on, nobody out, 1 run in for the Phils here at the bottom of the 1st. Ground ball up toward first, backhanded by LaRoche. He thought about second, but he'll take the ball to the bag at first. Just looking up in the last moment, watching Chase Utley run to second. He curled toward the outside of the baseline to cut off the angle on Adam LaRoche.
Yeah, and LaRoche does the right thing there, too. That's a risky play, especially in the 1st inning. You're trying not to have a big inning. And that's a good out, Ryan Howard just made.
That'll bring John Mayberry to the plate. The Nationals will play the infield back except for the corners. They're up a little bit. LaRoche, the first baseman, is trying to figure out where he's supposed to go.
He wants to know whether they want him to come in a little bit or stay where he is, and he's going to stay where he is.
He can still make a play at the plate if he stays in that spot. Mayberry fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1.
If the ball were hit really hard to him, he's a good first baseman and thrower. He could. Franson, you would imagine, is going on contact here. 1 out. We need another one out of this now. Last night they didn't get it in the 1st inning.
Curveball chopped over the middle, and Lombardozzi makes the play. A run scores, an infield single for Mayberry. 2-0 Phillies.
It's a good inning. The ball has eyes right now for the Phillies. They're finding holes. Kevin Franson did a lot to set up this inning. Very good job by him. Chase Utley putting on the brakes. There's John Mayberry. Pitch out over the plate, but a big old high hopper right over Gonzalez's head. That's a nice play by Lombardozzi. Saved a run.
Chase sensed that, and he sort of locked down at third.
Chase sensed that there could be a guy out there doing what he likes to do to people. Throw behind him.
Now Eric Kratz. Kratz with 7 homers and 17 runs batted in. Hits the first pitch down the right field line. Worth on the run. It is a foul ball.
Oh boy. He does not hit balls to right field either. So he was a little late on that. And that almost turned out real nice. Kratz is a pull hitter if there ever was one. Here he is off the end of the bat. It slices. He's looking up like, I don't hit him down there. And it's well foul. He never looks that way after he hits a ball.
Inside, good play by Suzuki. That was a nasty pitch.
Saved the run there. This Gio Gonzalez really can bury his curveball. And that's what he did. Well, that proves a point. He does not hit the ball to right field. Every once in a while, a graphic will back up what you're thinking.
Runners lead off first and third.
He loves that high fastball, but not that high. This guy throws that breaking ball in the dirt, and then he go 95 upstairs on you. And he's so free and easy.
Now 26 years old. He's a former first-round pick of the White Sox. 1-2 the count to Kratz. Curveball, a little high.
Well, he wanted that. That was a locker, too. And Gonzalez wanted it, so did his bench.
During the 2012 season, Turkey Hill will contribute $100 for each Phillies victory and 5 cents for each carton of Phillies Grand Slam ice cream sold to support the Phillies youth baseball and softball programs.
Good job by the Phillies here in the first inning. 26 pitches already for Gonzalez. That's the game plan tonight.
It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eric Kratz. The pitch. Ground ball, foul. Well, that's certainly coming through.
Yeah. Hard to do any better than that, isn't it? 5 for 5, still 1,000. Get it done again here.
That's a called strike 3.
I almost did that to him earlier in the count with that big, nasty hook that he has.
2 outs. Strikeout number 162 on the year for Gonzalez.
Real good curveball. That's a strike. Yep. What do you do with that thing except take it and hope it's low?
I think that's what he was hoping.
Yeah, because it freezes a hitter, especially when he's ahead, when he's even in the count like that.
That'll bring Juan Pierre to the plate, and Pierre takes low. No, takes on the inside corner. Excuse me. 0-1. Juan is trying to break it over an 0 for 12 stretch. He's in the hole. 0-2.
Left-handed hitters hitting 226 off Gonzalez, and right-handed hitters only 210. The league 214. 30 pitches.
The 0-2 pitch to Pierre will have to wait. A throw over to first. Mayberry back without a tag. Curveball punched towards short, caught into the air by Danny Espinosa. And the side is retired, but the Phillies strike for 2 runs. They do so thanks to 3 hits. They leave a couple. It all began with Kevin Frandsen. Then it picked up with Chase Utley. And then finally John Mayberry brought home Frandsen with the 2nd run. And the Phils take a 2-0 lead. 12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text at-bat to 31826 or visit Phillies.com for details. Adam LaRoche leads it off. Phillies up 2-0. Murph nearly had a foul ball there. Just didn't hit off the screen close enough to him.
Or he did an excellent job of ducking, which is much smarter.
He was reaching
that well. He didn't mean it.
LaRoche was 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. He flied out 2 different occasions. Doc trying to ride the 2-0 lead here in the second. On the inside corner, it's 1-2. LaRoche with 23 home runs this year, 78 RBIs. Nationals picked him up prior to last year from the Arizona Diamondbacks, where he had 100 RBIs. But last year he was banged up. He bullets this one down the right field line, foul.
Oh, he can hit. It seems like he bounces around a lot. And he's not a one-way player either. This guy is an outstanding defensive first baseman.
There's Mike Rizzo, who took a chance on him a couple of years ago. He has an option for Adam LaRoche. Mike is the general manager, the executive vice president. Bob Boone, former Phil, is sitting next to him.
Yep.
Works with Mike Rizzo.
He's one of his assistants. Boone was here for the alumni weekend a couple weekends ago, now back.
Swing and a miss and a curveball. First strikeout for Halladay, number 96 on the year. It'll bring Jason Worth to the plate. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph?
All right, T-Mac, just give you an update on Placido Polanco and his ailing back. Obviously not again in the lineup today. He actually injured it during the Red Series, diving for a ball while playing third base. So they're really trying to, be pretty cautious with it and not, expose him to any more serious injury. And talking to Ruben Amaro Jr. today, he said that Placido is available. He could pinch hit and could play in the field if need be, but they'd like to, give him a little bit of rest and hope that back will calm down and they can get him back out there into action on a daily basis, guys.
Yeah, he looked like he was okay taking ground balls today over at third. As Worth offered at that first pitch. Well, Kevin Franzen is certainly riding whatever success he had with him in the minor leagues up here in the big leagues.
Done a really good job. Very solid.
On the right field line, out of play, 0-2.
Halladay really has Worth pulling off right now. Anything away from him, real good chance to get him out.
Halladay has struck him out 7 times. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball foul over toward the Nationals dugout.
Well, he ran that. He's doing that really well early in this game. That he's running the sinker in on the right-handed batters, and that's a really good sign. Watch him run this sinker in. When he was hurting, he threw so many cutters.
Worth just got a piece of that pitch. That was a changeup.
For many years, Roy Halladay's best pitch was a heavy sinker, 2-seam hard sinker. He's since added cutter, using his curveball, and the changeup. Really, he learned the changeup he uses now with Rich Doobie here with the Phillies.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Doc. 2 away here in the second. And that was another changeup in a different spot.
Rich Doobie and he worked really hard on that his first year here. When Doob said to him, "What do you need to improve?" He says, "Well, I don't throw a changeup very well." I said, "Well, let's try this." And it's almost, you see the fingers split. It's almost like a split finger fastball, but they call it a changeup. There you see the fingers the way they are, and he's learned to control it, and it dives.
2 outs for Bernardino. That's a strike. It's 0-1. I don't think Jason Worth was happy about a couple of those pitches.
Stay with him.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bernardino. Over to first base. That's a foul ball.
Threw him some nasty pitches in that at bat. Also really good to see guys swinging and missing at Roy Halladay.
Look at his splits, Willis. 3 balls, 20 strikes.
Right around. Notice that right out of the chute in the first inning that his cutter really had some bite to it, and his 2-seamer was sinking. Then he can throw his changeup. Really isn't even using the curveball that much tonight.
Bernardino came on last night after Mike Morse was hit by a pitch. Wound up finishing 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. A 1-2 pitch inside, a cutter, and it's 2-2. Mike Morse had X-rays taken yesterday during the game. X-rays were negative on that right hand, but he has a bad bruise, a bad bone bruise. He might be able to play tomorrow, they say.
That was a curveball.
There's Morse.
He's very fortunate he didn't break that hand.
The other guy they have banged up is Ian Desmond, who they feel won't play tomorrow and will take Monday off and play when the Nationals play the Marlins on Tuesday. Outside, ball 4. And Bernardino draws the first walk of the night for the Nationals. So 2 away. Danny Espinosa's the batter. Monday night, the Phils will have an off day, but tune in for a special edition of Phillies Clubhouse. We're on the farm with Tyler Cloyd and Tommy Joseph. Plus, Pennsylvania native Eric Pratt shares his favorite memories of the '93 team. Don't miss Phillies Clubhouse, presented by Mercedes-Benz. Monday night at 6:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Danny Espinosa's 1 for 4. He singled last night, 1 for 4 in the series. And he fouls that one back. It's 0-1. He had a steal attempt in last night's ball game in the 9th inning. And after the game, Davey Johnson was asked about that. It was probably one of the first or second questions he was asked about it. And he said it will be addressed.
No, that was just not a good play. Talked about that at the time. Where's he going? 2-0. I mean, 2 down by 2 runs.
Oh, and 2 the count to Espinosa.
This is a big lift for Jonathan Papelbon, too. The leadoff guy gets on, and then Kratz throws him out at second base. Just a bad baseball play on their part. Good play by Kratz.
Kratz has now thrown out 10 of the 20 base runners trying to steal against him.
Pretty high percentage.
Here's the 0-2 pitch coming from Halladay. Nope, he's going to throw over to first. Kyle Kedrick with 6 2/3 last night earned another victory. Curveball waved at it, missed. Halladay with 3 strikeouts in the inning. And the Nationals are retired. No runs, no hits. 1 man left over at first. Doc picked up 3 Ks along the way. He got Adam LaRoche swinging for the first one. This is a pretty good pitch. Then he got Jason Worth all off balance. He got him swinging as well. And then finally Danny Espinosa with a nasty curve that'll take us to the bottom of the 2nd. Don't forget, all fans 14 and under will receive a great giveaway. It's the ShopRite Jimmy Rollins back-to-school cooler bag. Tickets are still available for that one, and also for the Mets series coming up after the off day on Monday. Go to Phillies.com or stop by the ticket office. Some nice folks will help you out. Bottom of the second, Phillies lead it 2-0. An RBI single by Utley and an RBI infield single by Mayberry. Here's Michael Martinez, who leads it off and takes a strike. It's 0-1. Martinez playing right field tonight. First start in right field this season. Back toward the middle. Espinosa. All away.
Roy Halladay coming right now. There's a long way to go in this game, but I think it's been a long time since we've seen this many guys swing and miss in there. Great sign when major league hitters swing and miss. That means there's something special going on. You have good stuff.
His velocity, throughout this year has been okay. It's been down a little bit compared to past years, but it's still been good.
Yeah, he's just
but
been
the movement.
Right, been in the middle of the plate too much.
He's down 0-2 in this at bat.
He's throwing more sinkers tonight too, which is a good thing.
It's a quick out for Gio Gonzalez, his second strikeout. Earlier tonight, Sarge was down on the field presenting Daniel Kirsch of LaSalle University with the third Harry Callis Award that we broadcasters have put together in honor of the late great HK. Daniel received a scholarship on behalf of the Philadelphia Broadcasters Foundation, that great trophy. And we want to congratulate Daniel. His whole family was here tonight. There are some very talented folks in the world of broadcasting in the Delaware Valley, going to schools like Temple, LaSalle, Rowan University in New Jersey, Penn State, of course, where Wheels is from. So we want to congratulate Daniel. He was selected among a number of candidates for this year's award. In fact, the first recipient of the Callis Award is working the game tonight over in the control room, Josh Schrager. That ball's hit through the hole by Jimmy Rollins. A 2-out single.
Yeah, it's fun to be a part of that, to be able to do something like that in Harry's name, and then to help a young person go to school.
We received a number of applications this year from a number of schools. The first two recipients who were selected were from Temple University, which has an outstanding program. Daniel is the first from LaSalle. LaSalle also has a great television, radio, communication program. But we received applications from Westchester, from Rowan University, as we mentioned, from all over the Delaware Valley.
Next year we hope to receive even more.
Kevin Franzen singled and scored his first time up. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, entirely different situation now with Jimmy at first base and Franzen up because there's 2 outs. First inning, nobody out, and they could do some things running, and they did.
There he goes. Pitch is taken inside, and Suzuki can't get out of his glove, and Jimmy Rollins has a stolen base.
Yeah, that's all that's left to do is steal a bat, and he did.
396 for his career. For Rollins, that is 4 away from 400 stolen bases.
Suzuki loses the baseball in the transition there. And I don't know if he's going to get him anyway, because that was a really good jump that Jimmy Rollins had. But once that happened, it's over.
1-1 to Franzen.
Some good throwers in that outfield. And they're cheating in a little bit right now.
They're also pinching toward the alleys, too.
Yeah, well, that's what you would do with Franzen. He's more of an alleys type of guy, and maybe shade him a little bit towards right center, especially with 2 strikes, and cheat in a little bit.
High fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. A couple more strikeouts for Gio Gonzalez. He has 3. Phillies leave 1. On to the 3rd. The Phils on top 2-0 over Washington. On the Phillies.com, go to the fans section for all the information, and please submit your answer on the subject line. Wheels, the question is, name the Philly who holds the team record for at-bats in a career with 8,352. It's a lot of at-bats, Wheels.
A lot.
Answer will be revealed in the 7th inning.
I mean, the guy played here a long time. Probably had to hit near the top of the order. Get up that much.
All right, so you know the answer. So.
You got to guess.
Top of the 3rd, Kurt Suzuki starts it off. Suzuki 2 for his last 19. His average at 180. He was 0 for 3 last night. Fly ball right center field. And John Mayberry is out into the alley. One away. Gio Gonzalez is coming up. Well, here's your chance to ask myself, Wheels, Sarge, and Murph any question you like about the team, the game, baseball, or anything else you're interested in. It's time for our Ask the Booth segment. So follow us on Twitter and send your question to Phillies. Also include the hashtag #AskTheBooth. Selected questions will be answered in a later inning. There's Gio Gonzalez, who's a 122 hitter. He does have a home run. 0-1 the count.
He had no hits coming into this season. He'd only batted 7 times in his career because he's in the American League.
Probably got a chance to bat when he was with the Reading Phillies in the Eastern League. When the Reading Phillies, the Phillies AA affiliate, play a National League affiliate, the pitcher bats. Like the Binghamton Mets, you know, a team like that. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Went after a curveball. Truly went after a curveball.
Yeah, that was nasty. Corey Halladay saying, well, he threw me some stuff that I couldn't handle. Try this. Back at you. This baby is a sweeper. And at the last second, Gonzalez's eyes told his mind, that pitch is a foot outside. I don't think I should swing at it. Too late.
2 away, top of the order. Steve Lombardozzi flied out to center his first time up. Ground ball to the right side. Utley's over. He's got it. Sets and falls in time. And the side is retired. That turned out to be a pretty good play by Chase Utley. A little acrobatic at the end. 1, 2, 3 go the Nationals. Halladay's allowed just 1 base runner through 3. Thanks to his second baseman who helped him out along the way. Purchase comes with Toyota Care. By McDonald's. Now at McDonald's, any size soft drink or sweet tea is $1. And by Dodge. Visit Dodge.com or your local dealer today. Home half of the third. Phil's up 2-0 over that guy's Washington Nationals. Said it last night. There are National fans that have made their way to Philadelphia, but nowhere near the number of Phillies fans that have made their way to Washington. There's Chase, who singled home a run his first time up.
Still another trip down there at the very end of September.
Chase overall 256 now with that base hit, his second hit of the series.
Yeah, and him swinging at the first pitch really surprised everybody, I think, including Gio Gonzalez. He's trying to get ahead of him with a fastball. Left it up over the plate a little bit, and he hit it hard in the hole and gave the Phillies that lead. Chase almost always takes the first pitch.
Lays off curve, and it's 1-2. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, Cincinnati has defeated St. Louis 8-2. The Reds 30-13 since the All-Star break. Phillies have been good since the All-Star break. They're 22-17. Utley fouls it off into the hand of Ryan Howard in the on-deck circle. She looked as happy as that lady the other day that got the bat from Carlos Gonzalez.
She kept saying, thanks, thanks.
In Milwaukee, Carlos Gonzalez just slid his bat across the double.
That was funny. He had such a bad swing, striking out against Kyle Kendrick, and as he walked to the dugout, he just slid the bat off. Here, take it.
Hopefully that lady had more luck with that bat than he did. 2-2 the count to Chase Utley. Down the right field line, a foul ball. Ooh, nice catch. I know we've been saying that a lot, but that was a really good grab.
That ball was hit hard, too.
About to throw his 50th pitch of the night. We're just starting the third.
Boy, Halladay only 36 through 3.
Fly ball, shallow center field. Bombardozzi, battling the wind, makes the catch.
Yeah, the wind is out of the east a little bit tonight. It's a strange wind pattern. We haven't had this much this year. And blowing out from right field corner to left field corner, as you see there.
Well, it took that ball a few steps towards center on Bombardozzi. Ryan Howard grounded out his first time up. As it turned out, it was a good out because he moved the runners up to second and third. Phillies scored one of those 2 runs. 0-1 the count. Back toward the box. Boy, he really tied him up.
That was some severe jammage right there. I like it when the players call that a yammer. Ryan Howard maybe thinking of get something away, and he gets in on it. Hard to pull your arms closer to your body and swing than that. There's some people around Ryan Howard that they don't think that's the worst thing in the world for him to get jammed once in a while, because they want him closer to the plate to get him better plate coverage. Now, I don't know that Ryan Howard agrees with that, but if you stand a little closer to the plate, you cover obviously you cover it away better, and then if the guy makes a mistake to you middle in, you can really hammer it, and it looks like a strike too.
2-0 the count to Mayberry.
Sometimes it's really hard to convince a guy to get up on the plate when they get jammed, or if teams are pounding them inside.
Over the last week or so, we've seen guys that are way off the plate, like Ryan Braun, Ryan Zimmerman. guys like that who are successful that way.
It takes a lot to do that, to have plate coverage. Some can do it. Some can see the ball away that it's a ball. It's hard a lot of times for hitters to stand way off the plate to recognize what's a ball and a strike away from them.
Count is even 2-2 to John Mayberry. An RBI and an infield single his first time up. That RBI was his 33rd of the season. Took a big cut, a good cut, with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Gonzalez starting to settle down a little bit. His body language was bad in the first inning. Phillies were hitting the ball in spots, getting some runs off him, and then he got a big strikeout. I think the strikeout on Kratz really settled him down. He's a little bit funky in his delivery, and the ball explodes out of his hand. Big time velocity with a really loose arm.
Phillies originally got him in the Jim Thome trade and then traded him back to the White Sox with Gavin Floyd in the Freddie Garcia trade. White Sox then shipped him off to Oakland. But when the White Sox got it back, they're thinking, oh man, we finally got our #1 pick back, and then they traded him.
Then they traded him.
Again.
Well, when Strasburg gets shut down, he's their #1. And the guy tomorrow is #2, Zimmerman.
3-2 pitch to Mayberry. Fouls another one off. So this will be a 9-pitch at bat at least.
And look at the pitch count right now on Gio Gonzalez. 60, and he's not out in the third inning yet. And that's exactly the way you have to try and beat this guy. Sometimes a game plan goes as you want it to go.
Popped him up right side of the infield. LaRoche, the first baseman, gives way to Lombardozzi. So it turns out to be a 1-2-3 inning for Gio Gonzalez, but he throws a lot of pitches along the way. We've played 3, on to the 4th here in Philly, with the Phillies on top. Love, like HP ink and toner cartridges. The best value from the #1 brand. Nobody beats WB on HP. Phillies up 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. Doc's allowed just a walk so far. He has struck out 4. He's been in total control of the game so far, and he'll face Bryce Harper, Ryan Zimmerman, and Adam LaRoche. Kind of get the feeling that Doc Sarge is one of those guys. If he doesn't like the way things go in one outing, then he spends the 4 days between outings trying to figure out how to make it better.
Yeah, looks at a lot of tape. He makes an adjustment. It's the type of pitcher, however, he can make the adjustment during the course of a game, meaning when a particular hitter hits a ball a certain way, he'll make sure he sees a variety of other pitches.
0-1 pitch to Harper. A little wide, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can see how terrific, too, he would be after throwing about 94 or so like he used to. Still a great pitcher, however.
That's a looper to right field. That'll be the first hit of the night for the Nationals. And Harper leads off the 4th with a single. And Ryan Zimmerman is coming to the plate. That wasn't a bad pitch. He didn't hit it that sharply.
No.
Kind of battled his way into that base hit.
Yeah, good hitters at time are going to get jammed. This Bryce Harper is going to be a guy that you're going to look for, that he's going to be hitting a long time, and especially against the fighting fields. He's got everything going for him besides courage. He's young enough to make adjustments, and at a young player right now, boy, you're looking at 16, 17 years of torment.
Well, he's now 12 for 40 against the Phillies this year. So that's a 300 average.
Yeah, could be your new Larry. Like Chipper Jones. Yep. Although he doesn't say very much at all. I mean, really is a pretty good kid.
0-1 the count to Ryan Zimmerman. Curveball 0-2. That ground out was to shortstop his first time up.
Doc doing a good job of mixing up the pitches. You can almost tell when he's really on. That first inning, I mean, he looked pretty sharp.
Well, he did. This is only the second time he's had a pitch from the stretch. Not that it really affects him too much. But he was in a nice groove pitching from the windup. Harper has stolen 13 bags. He's been caught 5 times.
And Doc, one of those pitchers that he sets up hitters by whatever pitch he throws, that next pitch, he already knows in his mind what he wants to try and do. Obviously, you can't do it every single time, but, you know, again, that's his game plan. He has a game plan on what he wants to do with each and every one of the hitters. Pretty good pitch.
Oh, it was awfully close. That was a cutter. He started it in, and it came back toward the inside part of the plate.
And he doesn't want it to move much further to the middle of the plate. This guy can hit the ball out any part to the field.
Runner goes, pitches line to right field. Michael Martinez has it. Harper stumbles. Martinez's throw. He is out by a wide margin. A double play. I wonder if there was a deke going on at second base with Jimmy Rollins and Chase Utley, because Harper, well, he just slid right into the bag and made that double play look so easy.
Yeah, very simple on the hit and run, and that's why they call it that. You really got to take a look over your shoulder when that ball is hit. Other than that, pick up the coach. You're right. He got Deke right there, and sliding, that's what it's all about. Shortstop, second baseman, take a look at that. Actually, he did take a look at it. I take that back. J-Ro just deked him, and he just went really a little bit too far. But he did take a look over his shoulder, and he did do the right thing other than not try and get back a little sooner.
So Michael Martinez picks up his first outfield assist of the year, playing right field tonight.
Showing off a pretty good arm out there. And right field, one hop there, and threw the ball to first base.
It's 0-1 to Adam LaRoche. Fly ball center field. John Mayberry over toward left center a little bit. It turns out to be a pretty good inning for Roy Halladay. Halladay throws 11 pitches, gets helped out by Bryce Harper. And the Phillies lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. guarantee. Rethink possible. Buy WB Mason. You can't go wrong when you buy right. And buy Nissan Summer Saving Days. Event ends September 4th. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Bottom of the fourth, Eric Kratz, Juan Pierre, Michael Martinez for the Phillies. Eric Kratz struck out looking his first time up. Phillies lead it 2-0. They scored 2 in the first. Kratz got a fastball, but it was tailing outside. 0-1.
They got him on a really good curveball. Hard to look for that pitch in that situation. All you want to try and do is foul that ball off. See, now, though, you don't want to go up and look for it, because what will happen? Just that. Really a good pitch to hit. You'll let that ball get by you. You can't look for both pitches. Kratz, a fastball hitter, so should stay on that pitch at least up to 2 strikes.
Fights it off, stays alive, 1-2. Carlos Ruiz took another step forward today. Caught another bullpen. The second one. That's good news. He's going to run on Tuesday. He's been hitting. There's Carlos. And a curveball again. Kratz goes down looking. Fourth strikeout for Gio Gonzalez. Juan Pierre's coming up. Murph, I understand you have a question.
Well, it is that time, T-Mac and Sarge. It's time to ask the booth, and this one is coming from Ferrari Sue. She wants to know, what made you want to become a sportscaster? So I guess I'll direct that at you, Tom.
What about you, Murph?
Well, I'm asking you. You're in the booth.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, when I stopped playing in college, which was not under my control, I was cut from my college baseball team, I wanted to stay in sports. I wanted to do anything I could to stay in sports. So I was a writer first, and then eventually slid over to the world of broadcasting. So I just loved the energy of it. Just wanted to be around baseball mostly, and then the other sports too. What about you, Sarge?
Well, for me, I mean, very simple. I've been the coach down there for 3 times, 3 different teams. Been fired 3 times at 3 different teams. A little bit safer, a lot safer, I should say, up in the booth. And you're still around the game, having a big part of it. And guess what, though? Even though being a hitting coach back then, I still get asked a lot of questions about hitting. So being able to give my advice here up in the booth, I feel a lot better than I do on the field.
What about you, Murph?
Well, you know, I kind of stumbled into it. I went to school to be a lawyer, actually, but just started calling games at St. Joe's, and I thought to myself, my goodness, if I can make a living doing this,
amen,
rather than working for a living, I'll stick with this. So, yeah, you know, being around sports and being a sports fan, that's what it's all about.
What a play by Ryan Zimmerman to take care of Michael Martinez. First of all, that ball was fair, according to the home plate umpire, Manny Gonzalez, and then the flip, which was truly a flip, over to first base, right on the money. And the Phillies are retired in order. This is a heck of a play by a guy who's won a Gold Glove before. He may win one again at some point. The Phils take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 5th here in Philadelphia. New York Mets are coming to town this Tuesday, August 28th, to start a 3-game series. Thursday, the 30th, is a 105 Citizens Bank Business Person Special. Tickets are available 24/7 by going to Phillies.com. Jason Worth takes strike one to begin the 5th. Jason was a strikeout victim his first time up, and I think he's having a few words for Manny Gonzalez, the home plate umpire.
Probably telling him that Holiday doesn't need any additional help.
Doc tonight has 4 strikeouts. He's about to throw his 50th pitch of the evening. Well, if he was going to talk about the first pitch, he's certainly going to talk to him about that pitch.
Oh, that was, I thought that was just a perfect pitch there by Doc. Pitches away to come in and pitches in to go away. Just never know, however, though, when they're going to double up, meaning come in there twice.
Well, Rich Dubie's watched his starters go deep lately, and he's watched his bullpen throw 7 1/3 scoreless the last couple of days. And a foul tip right into the glove of Kratz. 5 strikeouts for Doc.
Boy, the doctor is operating again. Just off balance swing there by Worth. All set up, however, on that inside pitch. Take a look at it. Looked like that ball kind of cut away from him some. And see the swing there, just a little off balance there for Mr. Worth.
Roger Bernardina's the hitter with 1 out. Change up outside, 1-0. Doc is 24-11 lifetime here at Citizens Bank Park in the regular season with an ERA of 2.57. He has been able to feed off the energy. Fans have been able to feed off his energy too. So many times.
There are a lot of hitters when they go up there to hit against Doc because he has so many different pitches. They try and guess along right with him instead of, you know, staying there with their own strength. It's a good pitch. A little curveball. Tried to get him to swing over the top of that. But it's hard to guess with pitchers of his caliber. I mean, almost really impossible. He knows what he's going to throw, and only you're just guessing. And he adds a little and takes a little off.
He settled on the curve, and now it's 3-2.
He kind of likes, though, to be in that rhythm where you're thinking along with the catcher where you don't have to do that. That's kind of breaking his rhythm up a little, if you will.
Eric Kratz said a few weeks ago that that was the most important part of catching Doc, is getting him into a confident rhythm.
Yeah.
This is the 5th game that he's caught Doc. Doc's ERA is 2.79 when Kratz is catching. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. Well, anytime, though, a pitcher is in the 2s at that ERA, you consider that above average.
3-2 the count to Bernardina, and he fouls it into the Phillies dugout. Back toward the middle. That'll find its way to center field. And Bernardina's aboard for the 2nd time. He walked his first time up. Every time the Phillies retire, the opposing team 1-2-3, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports, giving you all your favorite sports all year long. following a 9-pitch at bat to Bernardino.
Yeah.
Here's Espinosa.
Give him credit too, because he hit a pitch that looked as if it might have been a ball. It was down and in, and with Doc being able to be around the plate with most of his pitches, automatically swing it.
Bernardino got a good jump, and he swiped second base.
So that one easy. All in the jump. You're stealing off the pitcher. Take a look at him as he took a little quick look back, but he stole that with no problem.
Oh, 2 pitch. Curveball hit foul toward the camera well. Making Matt dance a little bit down there, and Art. Matt's in the white t-shirt. Art's in the green one. They left their equipment.
Yeah, right on the pitcher though, but getting the body out of the way. It's one of those pitches there, breaking ball, that he took a little more off of it. Doesn't necessarily have to throw a strike here to get him out.
Over toward the hole. Diving stop, Rollins. What a play. The throw to first, not in time. That was an unbelievable attempt by Rollins. And he just barely missed out getting Espinosa.
Boy, he got up pretty quick, threw right over the top. Bang, bang there at first base. Espinosa, pretty quick runner, and also from that left side, he gets an extra step there. Take a look at it as he almost seemed to outrun that ball in the air. And yes, he was safe. Look how quick J-Ro gets up, comes right over the top. Just about got him, but not in time.
May have saved a run, though, by making that play, because Bernardino can run.
No doubt, or at least creating a difficult situation. And then with, again, Juan Pierre in left field, you're right. They probably would have just sent him on in.
Here's Suzuki, who flied out his first time up. Takes strike one. It's 0-1. Suzuki, then Gio Gonzalez. The Phil's up 2-0 here in the 5th.
Excellent pitch inside. That's what you want to do, and not pitch over the heart of the plate. And he thought that was maybe inside, but came in twice. He was diving. Suzuki looking for the ball on the outside part of the plate, and he comes in with a fastball. Doc looking for that ground ball for a double play.
Bernardino at second, Espinosa at first. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit to left field. Bernardino froze for a moment, so they'll hold him at third. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the 5th. The pitcher's coming up.
Obviously, he didn't want to get it there. Suzuki hitting a hanging breaking ball up in his eyes. Lucky that ball didn't really go out of the ballpark there. Juan Pierre getting in quick. It's the other thing. You don't have a good arm. You can get to the ball quick, get that ball going out of your hands, and usually that coach will stop the runner.
Gonzalez struck out his first time up. Are you seeing anything different from Doc in this inning, Sarge, with these 3 straight hits?
Well, that particular ball was just up in the zone. I thought Bernardina hit a pretty good pitch.
He bunts at it and missed it. That wasn't a squeeze. That was odd.
That was more, I guess, more of a safety squeeze because he didn't keep going. I think what he was doing was looking to see whether or not it was going to be on the ground or not.
That's odd with a force play at the plate. Once again toward first, and Howard lets it roll foul.
I've never seen it quite done like this with the bases loaded.
I'm surprised only because, I mean, he's a good athlete, Gio Gonzalez is, but he's a pitcher who doesn't run the bases that often. If he bunts it, let's say, hard enough back to Doc, he could easily go home to first.
Well, I think what they're banking on is that not being able to make a play, it's kind of starting that runner once he shows bunt.
Over to second base. Utley has it. He's coming home. There's one.
Wow.
Well, that was good heads-up play by Chase Utley. Instead of trying for 2, going second to first. I don't know if he would have gotten Gonzalez at first. He goes home to get the out.
I think they get 2 for me. Yeah, that's a ball there that, for me, is one of those balls automatic kind of double play. If you're turning there, we talked about Chase there before, that he actually really thinks about what he's going to do before that ball is hit. Maybe he feels the ball is hit, maybe not hard enough. But that's kind of a double play for me.
Well, now Lombardozzi with 2 outs. And he takes low, 1-0.
Hard to second guess him, though. Take a look at him as that ball goes there. You can see the runner not even there. J-Ro was there at second base, but again, that's a decision that he has to make, and he made it.
Sarge, looking at the replay, I think you're right. I think he could have gone second to first. He's got a catcher running, and Gonzalez wasn't moving that quickly up the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Lombardozzi. 0 for 2. Back toward the middle. That's a base hit into center field. 1 run score. Suzuki's heading home. The throw to the plate by Mayberry. On 1 hop, he is safe at the plate. And we're tied up at 2. Lombardozzi comes up with a 2-run single.
It's just a clean single right up the middle. Take all the guesswork out of it. Once you have 2 outs, that runner can just keep going. Barely gets in, and see if he does. He got his hand in there, I believe.
And then he dropped the ball, too.
See whether or not he did. Trying to block him there. He's a bit, you can see the hand actually got in there. What you call clutch hitting there. Suzuki coming in and sliding.
Well, it's a 2-2 game now with 2 outs here in the 5th, and Bryce Harper's coming up.
Now, there again is an indication where you have a fielder that's playing pretty deep. He's playing in a little more shallow. You can see that he just ended up not getting him. He probably would have got him if he's a few feet in.
Harper's 1 for 2. He grounded out and he singled. Curve ball chopped to the right side. Big hop for Ryan Howard. The flip to Halladay. And the side is retired. 3 runs, or 2 runs, excuse me, on 4 base hits. The Nationals lead 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Philadelphia. It's the Phillies 2 and the Nationals 2. smartphone. Download the free CSN Sports app today. Doc will lead off the bottom of the fifth. He threw 30 pitches in the top of the fifth. So we're evened up at 2.
Okay, he pitched a lot better than what the score would indicate. Got to give the Washington Nationals some credit. Hit some pretty good pitches there. Those balls weren't just down the middle. One bad pitch, however, to Suzuki had 2 strikes on him. Thought he hung that pitch.
Doc takes outside of the first pitch, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Doc struck out his first time up. Doc is down on strikes. That's the 5th strikeout for Gio Gonzalez. 1 away here in the 5th. Let's check in with Greg Murphy with our Major League Notebook. Murph.
All right, T-Mac, brought to you by Gwynedd Mercy College. Atlanta starter Ben Sheets' comeback has been sidelined for just a bit. The 34-year-old who returned to the major leagues after that 2-year hiatus is headed to the disabled list. He has inflammation in his shoulder. They don't think they're going to need to shut him down for the rest of the season. They're hoping a little bit of rest and he'll be able to come back. He won 3 of his first 4 games, but he's lost 3 straight. And speaking of starters, R.A. Dickey of the New York Mets notched another win today. It is his 16th of the year. That ties him for best in baseball. The Mets won that game 3-1, and R.A. Dickey lowered his ERA to a 2.76. So certainly he is in the conversation for the Cy Young Award at this part of the season, guys.
Yeah, in fact, R.A. Dickey, Gio Gonzalez, Johnny Cueto, all 16-game winners. Steven Strasburg has won 15. A.J. Burnett has won 15 for Pittsburgh.
Well, they're all definitely in the mix, and you know Dickey's going to get a lot of votes just because he's in New York.
2-1 the count.
I mean, obviously, this organization coming from Montreal, the only one that had more victories was Pedro Martinez. That was in 1997, where he won 17 games. Also won the Cy Young Award that particular year, but that ERA he had was hardly nothing that particular year.
Yeah, Pedro was 17-8 with a 1.90 ERA back in 1997.
That's just unbelievable.
2-2 the count to Rollins. That was just a bit outside, Sarge.
Now, he throws the ball so hard, you got to zone him down on that fastball and hopefully get it near the belt area to have a little bit better success.
Inside ball 4. Rollins walks for the 2nd time. Let's go back to Murph. Murph, what do you have, buddy?
Well, it's a good time to ask the booth our second question of the night. This one is coming from the real Jeff C. He wants to know, guys, your thoughts on the Red Sox-Dodgers trade today.
Well, I was surprised that at this point it would happen. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I was very surprised that they could put together that kind of a trade at this juncture of the season. But I think it does benefit the Dodgers to get Adrian Gonzalez. I don't know if it benefits them to get Josh Beckett anymore. And I think for the Red Sox, I guess they felt like they just needed to clear the slate. So I think it's a good thing for the Dodgers.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right about cleaning the slate there for the Boston Red Sox. I think that it pushes the Los Angeles Dodgers, for me, over the top. Having Adrian Gonzalez, even though not having his best year, one of the better hitters, is going to push them over the top. And then Beckett, if he's healthy, he's one of the better pitchers in the league. I mean, let's just face that. I know he's kind of maybe this, like I said, this year, not throwing as well, but keep in mind, he's throwing to the 7th, 8th, and 9th hitter, and most of the time he's going to face a pitcher. He wasn't doing that in the American League, but a lot of players, and Crawford maybe coming back next year there, Murph. You know, this could be pretty good for them. At least they're spending a lot of money.
It also means that Shane Victorino, there may not be room for him at the end next year in the outfield in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Well, with that deal there, they already have Andre Ethier playing right field and Matt Kemp in center. So you're right. Not a lot of room for Shane Victorino.
0-2 the count to Franzen. A quick toss to first. By the way, some of the other questions, and we'll get to some more, but some of the other questions. What's your favorite snack, Sarge?
No, I don't eat really a lot of snacks. I mean, you know that just from being there in the room.
Right.
It might look like I eat a lot of snacks, but I don't eat a lot of snacks.
What about peach cobbler or something like that?
You know, I usually when I bring it in, I don't usually eat it. I bring it in for you guys.
Oh,
but I would have to say,
just make a decision.
You know
Sarge.
what? I'll say peach cobbler. How about that?
All right, mine's peanut butter cup.
Oh well, yeah. Who doesn't know you don't like peanut butter?
1-2 the count to Franzen. Best storyteller on the plane on long flights. I think it depends on the bottle of wine that Sarge at LA get, because the two of them together are pretty entertaining.
I'd have to think our bullpen coach is probably the best.
Mick Billmeyer. Oh, that's
yes.
a good one. Yeah. 1-2 pitch to Franzen. Inside and hit him. Took a hop and hit him right in the leg. That'll put runners on first and second. And do we ever have trouble losing Murph? Well, the other night we found him because that Where's Waldo character was everywhere that we looked. No, we haven't. Murph, have we ever lost you, Murph?
Well, no. That GPS chip that you inserted has really helped. I almost got lost in New York City one time, but that was all on my own. So.
Sarge has lost one of his friends before. He left a guy here at the ballpark one time. So we always have a camera on Murph.
Absolutely.
Murph, you have hair up in the back of your head up there. Murph can't hear us because there's all those kids behind him yelling and everything.
Yeah, they're seeing themselves on TV. See, I've always had people around, so I never feel like I'm lost.
That's true.
It's very comforting.
Tell that vendor you said hi. He's waving behind you. Here's Chase Utley with runners on first and second. One out. They're in the bottom of the fifth. See if the Phils can get back at Gio Gonzalez. Thanks to everybody that's been asking questions. They are, let's just say, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Utley singled his first time up, popped out his last time up.
It can be pretty difficult to hit on left-handed guys coming up. So that hard breaking ball that he throws. Got him set up for a fastball. Well, he doesn't want to risk with a breaking pitch. If he does, he goes 3-1, and then more than likely he'll have to give in and throw that fastball. See what he does here.
Utley rips it down the right field line, foul. Oh boy.
I want to tell you, he has some of the quickest hands. That's how you're able to get to that ball on the inside part of the plate. Look how quick his hands are so quick. He actually pulls that ball foul. Usually that type of a pitch would jam a hitter. He knows it's foul right away.
Espinosa started a conversation with Gonzalez, and now Suzuki's come out to join that conversation.
Usually there when you have your shortstop that would come out, also your catcher, that means they might want to change the signs, meaning that they're thinking that Jimmy Rollins might be relaying the signs there to Chase Utley, so they'll all talk, so they'll be on the same page.
Utley lifts it right side of the infield. Infield fly rule will be called. Jerry Davis just put his hand up, the second base umpire. So the batter is automatically out. Ryan Howard is now the hitter with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. On Monday, September 10th, the Phillies will start a 3-game series with the Miami Marlins. The 11th is a Hatfield Dollar Dog Night. Wednesday, the 12th, which is now a 4:05 start. Well, it's been a 4:05 start, but it's the first one of the year at 4:05 during the week. Is the Citizens Bank Pride of the Phillies poster. That's free to all fans. Howard's 0 for 3. Inside, 1-0.
This guy throws his fastball 70% of the time. That's why you want to go up to the plate and look for that pitch. And plus the breaking ball, he's been throwing it so hard. I mean, it's not a pitch you want to try and guess to even swing at for me. That pitch right there. Oof. And he throws it a couple of different speeds. He's got that many 16 victories this year only because of the fact that he's been able to get that breaking ball over. He's had pretty good control all year.
Howard lines it to center field. Bryce Harper's there. And the inning is over. Phillies threaten in the 5th but do not score. They leave a couple. We played 5. We move to the 6th inning here at Philly. I'll leave it at 2. Is doing everything he can to show he deserves to be in the majors. Kevin Frandsen has battled for the last 6 seasons to stay at the major league level. Now with his 3rd team in the last 3 years, he has stepped in and stepped up. The 30-year-old has been consistent at the plate, and he has thrown his body all over the field. His current stay has been successful and bruising, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Changing the game. Well, the Fanatic is unsure which way to go. Miss Galapagos Islands is here tonight, and he decides to dance with Miss Galapagos Island. He was toured, Sarge.
Oh, boy.
We go to the top of the 6th. It's 2-2. Ryan Zimmerman leads it off. Takes a curve for strike 1. Zimmerman's grounded out to short. He's also flied out to right. Turned out to be a double play.
Another off-balance swing. That's his job. Make sure that when the hitters do swing that they're off balance.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Zimmerman. Curveball, he went around. Strikeout number 6. That's 101 on the year for Doc.
Looks like a breaking ball, and he gets on top of it. Just fools Zimmerman, obviously looking for something else. Well, Doc can make the best hitters look terrible at the plate, especially when he's on.
LaRoche is struck out and flied out. Cutter inside, 1-0. Mentioned before that the Nationals hold an option on Adam LaRoche for 2013. He's done nothing but show that he's worth that option. I think a lot of it, though, depends on what the Nationals do in free agency.
Well, he did. Let's face it. Been one of those guys, been driving in a lot of runs, a lot of clutch runs on this team. Plays good defense. Larry's not happy about the umpire.
No, I don't think so. 2-1 the count to LaRoche. To left field. Two outs. Jason Worth is the hitter. Tonight at Sports Night, highlights and analysis, interviews from this matchup, plus CSNPhilly.com. Eagles insider Ray Dittinger analyzes last night's Eagles-Browns preseason matchup. Get all the news Philly fans need to know on Sports Night, presented by Toyota, after Phillies postgame live tonight on Comcast Sportsnet. Jason Worth here in the booze as he settles in. He's 0 for 2. 0-1. Speaking of news outside of baseball today, Neil Armstrong passed away at the age of 82.
Yeah. I had the opportunity to actually play golf with him. A lot of energy he has. I'll never forget that. But and what a gentleman.
Look how young he looks there. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that's actually the same day Vida Blue actually had his debut. I get all over Vida. That was actually on July 20th, 1969.
When Neil Armstrong walked on the moon.
They didn't mention it at all that Vida Blue had even pitched. All the attention went to Neil, and well, should be.
Now Jason Worth gets his first hit of the series. He's 1 for 7.
Got to watch him. You know he's going to be trying to maybe steal a base.
Bernardino swings at the first pitch. This is going to be a tough play. Rollins on the run, and he makes the catch.
Wow.
Tough play for most, not for Jimmy Rollins. That'll wrap up the top of the 6th inning here at Citizens Bank Park. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and John Mayberry will lead it off for the Phils. for homes. Talk to us today about how we can help guide you to the loan that's right for you. By Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. Call 1-800-JEF-NOW for an appointment. And by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Home half of the 6th inning here at Citizens Bank Park. Crowd of more than 40,000 on hand. Get a chance to enjoy a Saturday night at the Yard. Mayberry singled, had an infield single his first time up. An RBI. That one's deep. Way back there. Bernardina taking a look. It is gone. And John Mayberry's just given the Phils the lead again.
Well, they're jumping on a first pitch fastball. That's what you want to see young John Mayberry do. Take a look at it. Gets the foot down, and I mean, line drive. That one more on the outside part of the plate. He knew it was gone when he hit that ball. Didn't get out by a whole lot, but by plenty. Nice hitting.
And Mary Lou Profera, you've just won $300. Compliments of the McDonald's home run jackpot and John Mayberry's 12th home run of the year. Here's Eric Kratz. He thought he might get a fastball on the first pitch. He got a curve. It's 0-1.
Now, that's really the reason you really want to stay on him, especially with a pitcher like that that has that really good curveball going on, not just now, but all year long.
Kratz hits it softly to left center for the first out. $12 home runs now for Mayberry. 33 runs batted in. Juan is 0 for 2 tonight. He's 0 for his last 14.
And that ball just jumps on you in a hurry. The way that he kicks for a left-handed batter. Very difficult to pick that ball up.
They appeal. No swing for Pierre. 1-1. There's some happy campers. That little guy's got the ball. Tough guys wear red. Look at that ball signed by John Mayberry. I think he's wondering why don't I have any ice cream. Everybody else has ice cream.
I think that's such a great idea when a player hits a home run.
Great idea.
You're able to get that ball signed or get a ball signed.
It is a great idea.
You can tell Juan Pierre having a difficult time and picking up the ball. Really early on that breaking pitch, late on that fastball.
And late again on a high fastball. 2 outs. Well, John Mayberry wasn't late on the pitch he swung at.
Yeah, I mean, and all those right-handers should be able to go up there and just stay on it. Even the left-handers, for that matter. Well, he talked about how much he does throw and like his fastball.
Martinez down in the count 0-2 as he fouls that one back. 103 pitches for Gio Gonzalez.
Well, you got to be able to get him to throw the ball down. You know, like they have been doing in that Cincinnati series. You got to make that pitcher work, wear him down mentally. And you do that by swinging at strikes.
Well, he swings at a breaking pitch, and he goes down swinging for the 7th strikeout of the day. But that guy right there, John Mayberry, has just given the Phillies the lead. Home run number 12 on the year. It came to start the 6th inning. So Roy has the lead 3-2. We'll go to the top of the 7th here at Philadelphia. Fans enjoying themselves here at the ballpark on this Saturday night. They're enjoying a 3-2 Phillies lead. Roy Halladay had a 2-0 lead at one point. Now he's got a 1-run lead. And he'll face the bottom of the order. Danny Espinosa takes a healthy hack and a miss at the first pitch curveball. Pitcher spot is due up third for the Nationals. They have Tom Gorzolani warming in the bullpen.
Well, Gio Gonzalez is up over 100 pitches, isn't he?
104.
Yeah, so they could be thinking about maybe going and getting him, especially if some men get on base here. Roy Halladay had a tough inning a couple innings ago, and all of a sudden he's up to 91. And pitching here into the 7th with the bottom of the order. Here's a game summary. Really a good ball game here tonight. Well played, well pitched. Some good plays on defense, some timely hits by both teams. Steve Lombardozzi has the big hit, the 2-run 2-out single to tie the game, and then John Mayberry's home run gave the Phillies a lead. He's also knocked in a run with an infield hit. A good night for John Mayberry.
Been a good homestand for John Mayberry offensively.
Well, you need him against left-handed pitching. You have to have some guys, right-handed hitters in your lineup. They can do some damage against left-handers, and that's what they have hope all along that he would be able to do, and at times he can.
2 home runs, 6 runs batted in on this homestand.
And this is a tough left-hander tonight. Gio Gonzalez has good stuff.
Well, Charlie Manuel's been waiting for John to do this all year. And there's Gio Gonzalez, whose night is probably done. Looks angry. A line drive towards center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Espinosa's thinking about 2, but he'll hold up at first.
Got hurt on some off-speed stuff. That pitch was a high curveball, looked like.
These lucky fans are tonight's Citizens 7. They will each receive a prize pack courtesy of Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank with the most 7-day branches in the Philadelphia area. To find a branch near you, visit citizensbank.com. Chad Tracy's out on deck to pinch hit for Gonzalez.
And their bench tonight, 4 right-handed hitters and a left-handed hitter, and don't even know that all those guys are available on the right side.
I don't think. Well, I shouldn't say that. Ian Desmond, they said, probably won't play until Tuesday.
Right.
Maybe he could pitch hit though. He just has a bad hamstring.
That's what I mean. Just don't know whether or not they're going to be able to use either Desmond or Morse. So they're going to take their one shot with that left-handed hitter they have off the bench and a good hitter in Tracy. Phillies are going to get their bullpen up now too, it looks like, for the first time tonight.
That's Lindblom and Bastardo. Suzuki show at bunt.
Yeah, what you can do with the 8-hole hitter when you're going to hit for the pitcher. Suzuki got a big hit his last time up on the, looked like a little bit of a hanger, a curveball, and that helped set up that 2-run inning when they tied the game. Espinosa really busted it down the line. Beat that great play by Jimmy Rollins.
Squares again, bunts. Kratz picks it up, thought about second.
That's too good a runner.
Earlier today, down on the field, the fantasy camp reunion took place. Gentlemen and ladies who went to Phillies fantasy camp this past year, getting a chance to get down on the field wearing the uniforms they wore during their fantasy camp opportunities. Don't forget, fantasy camp is right around the corner, January 16th to the 20th, 2013. For information, call 610-520-3400. Now remember, space is limited, and guess what? Mike Schmidt is going to make an appearance at this year's fantasy camp. That is pretty cool. Runner at second, Chad Tracy will be the pinch hitter, just signed to an extension through 2013 by the Nationals. With Espinosa at second. Curveball waved at.
Well, pinch hitters, they want to go up there and hit a fastball early. And that's what they anticipated there. Roy Halladay and Eric Kratz. So they threw a big old slow hook at him. He wound up in the other batter's box. He swung so hard at it.
Tracy struck out last night as a pinch hitter. Grounds that one foul. It's 0-2.
They have Ryan Howard over near the line too, because of Tracy being a pull hitter.
Halladay about to throw his 100th pitch of the night. Ground ball to first. So a runner at third with 2 outs, and Lombardozzi's due up. Well, he had the 2-run single in the 5th inning that tied the game at 2.
This guy's done a heck of a job for him in a rookie year, playing all different positions. Big clutch hit last time up.
They're going to chat about how they're going to pitch him here. Kratz is out there. Utley's there. Franzen came in.
Yeah, and they know that this is the kind of guy that could try and throw down a 2-strike bunt. I mean, a 2-out bunt, try and get a run home that way. So they're going to play Franzen up at third base.
Lombardozzi 1 for 3 in the pitch to him. Down the right field line, hooking, foul. Oh, yes, foul. It didn't hook as much as it should have.
No, that thing almost straightened out, it looked like. He almost did it again. It's trying to hook, but look how straight that thing is. Foot foul.
Doc has been right around the strike zone all night, including with the first pitch he's thrown to hitters.
Breakdown tonight is ridiculous. Yeah. Balls and strikes.
Curveball, a little high, 1-1. He's thrown with that pitch there, 18 out of the strike zone.
Yeah, 102, 18 balls and 84 strikes.
That's only the second ball he's thrown in this inning. 2-1 the count. Highest percentage of strikes. Doc's there. Lee leads the league. Dickey, well, that's crazy with a knuckleballer.
Dropped the 2-1 hook on him. Big spot in the game because you figure this is Doc's last inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Breaking ball popped him up. Kevin Franzen's over at third. Crosses over into foul territory, and Halladay is through 7 innings tonight. He may be done. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. And he's going to get a standing ovation over the Phillies dugout as he heads to the bench with the Phils on top by 1. for the Dodge Stuff the Fans trivia quiz answer. All right, Wheels, here's the question one more time. Who holds the team record for at-bats in a career with 8,352?
Well, I got to go with who my first thought was, whether it's right or wrong. It's Richie Ashburn.
Richie Ashburn is a heck of a guess. Is incorrect. You're right, though, as far as being at the top of the order. Toward the top of the order, not at the top.
Dave Cash?
Nah, I know it's not. Yeah, if you go to Clearwater, Wheels, in January at Phillies Fantasy Camp, you might see him. Wheels, I just said it.
I know, you just gave all the names, too.
I just gave one. That's all I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Jack.
Yeah, Mike Schmidt.
He had that many at-bats.
He did. Log back on thephillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize packet. Thanks for playing Dodge Stuff the Fans.
All kidding aside, who's number 2?
I don't have that.
No, I know you don't know, but they'll find it for us.
They will. Dominic Brown leads it off against Ryan Matthews.
Good job by both starters here tonight.
Gonzalez threw 104 pitches. Halladay threw 105. Matthews 4-1. A 2.37 ERA. 1-1 the count to Brown. 1-2 the count.
Second, 7,122, Rich Ashburn.
Schmidt also leads in plate appearances. He's got over 10,000 of those.
A lot of walks.
Swing and a miss, and Brown is struck out. It's 8 strikeouts now for Nationals pitcher. All right, time now for another Ask the Booth. Here's the question, Wheels. Why does the bat boy sometimes give foul balls to the man next to the dugout? That's a good question. Each ballpark has what they call an authenticator. And Major League Baseball has these authenticators in each yard. And that's where the Phillies authenticator sits. And he will take baseballs, sometimes bats, but after the game with the bats, line up cards, and he will authenticate them and put a little sticker on them. And that will tell you that it was used in a Phillies game. They sit in different spots, though, truly, around the ball, around the major leagues. That just turns out to be one of the best seats in the house right there.
Yeah, that is a great seat.
Two outs. He's got to be on his toes, though, because a foul ball from a right-handed batter.
Stay loose.
Yeah. He's not protected. There's no netting there.
Too close for me.
FRANDSEN shows bunt. And he did offer at it. It's 0-1. Next to him is Miles Kennedy, the Phillies team photographer. He also has an outstanding seat to watch the game. There's Miles. He's looking at his phone because somebody's telling him that he is on television. The authenticator is being told that he was on TV.
Remember when you used to have to go home? Find that out?
And walk around the block a few times.
Yeah.
0-2 the count to FRANDSEN.
Instant information.
So whoever's on the phone with the authenticator is telling him, next time you're on camera, don't yawn.
Authenticate something. Look like you're doing something.
0-2 the count to FRANDSEN with 2 outs here in the 7th.
FRANDSEN has 1 home run this year, and it's amazing who it was off. It was off Strasburg to center field, a little bit to the right of center field in that big ballpark in Washington.
Swing and a miss at a sinker. Barron down on his hands. And that's a 1-2-3 7th inning for Ryan Matthews. Phils go down in order, and we'll go to the 8th inning, where it looks like Antonio Bastardo will be next up for the Phillies. Citizens Bank Park will host a concert. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band will be here September 2nd and 3rd. It's the Wrecking Ball Tour. Tickets are still available by going to ComcastTix.com or by calling 800-298-4200. It's a great show. And again, it's 2 shows, Sunday, September 2nd, Monday, September 3rd. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies up 3-2. Antonio Bastardo will be the new pitcher for the Phils, with Bryce Harper due to lead it off. Phillies last night used 4 relief pitchers in the 8th inning to pitch a scoreless 8th, and it began with Bastardo, who got Harper on strikes. 2 and 4, a 5.40 ERA.
And you know, with a right-hander and a left-hander up in the bullpen right now, you wonder if they're going to try some of this again tonight.
Why not?
Now, Lindblom came in and walked Zimmerman last night after Bastardo got Harper out, and you got the same group coming up again. Here they come.
Charlie's figuring, all right, the same formula worked last night. There were a lot of pitches combined that were thrown in the inning, 27.
Yeah, and the guys didn't throw a lot of the pitchers themselves didn't get overworked because they didn't face that many hitters.
So we got a miss at the first pitch by Harper.
Well, we'll see what happens. First step is to get Harper out.
He has 3 hits in the series, 2 doubles yesterday, a single tonight.
There's another guy going up there, first ball, fastball, swinging through a breaking ball to him. Good job.
That's strange. 0-2 the count.
From Bunn is way on. What that means, well, I don't know if it means it with this guy, but with Harper, he's saying that pitch is on the ground, or he's saying he didn't bunt at it. But anyway, a lot of times when you see a guy do that, they're basically telling you, I can't hit this guy. He keeps throwing me that stuff.
I thought it was a pretty good pitch. I know they're barking at him and everything. That looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, because he didn't say he bunted at it, right? He called it a strike.
Yeah. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Harper in the dirt.
Roy Halladay tonight threw first pitch strikes to 23 of 28 hitters. He was really good.
Got him. Came back with a fastball. 1 away here in the 8th inning.
It looked like he threw all sliders to that point and then blew them away with high heat.
Oh, here we go. Charlie Manuel is stopping to talk with Rich Doobie. Ryan Zimmerman is up.
There it is. It's a high fastball and a good one. He chases it after all those sliders. Changed his eye level big time there. And you see he couldn't adjust.
I think Charlie's going to leave Bastardo in.
He is.
He stopped over, talked to Rich Doobie. They said a few words, and I guess they decided, well, let's see what he can do.
Well, Lindblom came in last night and didn't pitch aggressively to Zimmerman, so they're not going to go that way tonight.
Zimmerman takes a strike. It's 0-1. FRANDSEN over near the line at third.
A horse struck out LaRoche, right?
He did.
So get Zimmerman out here. We'll see.
No, it was Valdez.
Oh, it was Valdez. That's right.
Check swing at a strike. Valdez allowed the single to Bernardina and then struck out LaRoche.
Right.
Horse got the last out in the 7th inning last night.
There were a lot of guys getting one out with one batter.
Yeah, 8 hitters. 7 pitchers faced 8 hitters in a row at one point. 0-2 the count to Ryan Zimmerman.
Don't throw him a strike. Oof. Just don't want to get a ball anywhere near the hitting zone right now in an 0-2 count with a guy like Zimmerman. He can hurt you all over the place. Well, he probably won't swing at that.
Roberto Clemente might have. Vladimir Guerrero might have.
And he might have hit it. If you remember the way that Clemente could hit, he could hit it. He could hit a one hopper, and that I mean the one hopper from the pitcher.
Stardo is ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Phillies have a 1-run lead here at the top of the 8th. And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Kratz. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bastardo. That was 93 on that fastball.
That may have been one of the things that Charlie and Rich Doobie talked about. Well, how do you think he's throwing? What did he look like there to Harper? And they may have decided, you know what, we like what we're seeing from him. We're going to stay with him right now. And he rewards them by getting Zimmerman there, and that's a terrific pitch with 2 strikes. See, it's on the outside part of the plate, and he had him reach for it. Good job.
Now the left-hander LaRoche. LaRoche is 0 for 3 tonight.
You know, that's why you like to give those stats on what guys hit in counts. And when hitters have 2 strikes on them, 0-2, 1-2, it's just not good numbers because of just what you saw there, that they're going to chase a little bit. When they're ahead in the count, they won't. Got to keep throwing him that, don't you?
I would think so. Particularly since he's ahead 0-2. Now he had the same situation with Harper, and then it evened up the count 2-2. And he still got him.
But what he has to guard against here is trying to throw a perfect one, you know, and then holding on and hanging it. He could throw a one down and away right now out of the zone, and with those swings, LaRoche is going to chase it.
0-2 the count to LaRoche. Bastardo is ready, and the pitch in the dirt. 1-2.
Yeah, if you're going to make a mistake and overthrow it or do something with it, throw it in that area because you won't get hurt. Oh, man. The fastball just missed.
Roger Clemens returned to action tonight for the Sugarland Skeeters of the Independent League, the Atlantic League.
It's a great name, isn't it, for a Texas team, Skeeters?
3 1/3, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 37 pitches, 24 of those pitches strikes. I'd love to know what his velocity was.
Them Skeeters are big tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to LaRoche. The pitch. Outside, 3-2.
There were no bigger Skeeters than the ones at that old Colt 45 stadium before they had the Astrodome. They had some big time Skeeters. Now, he doesn't have to give in here because it's probably his last hitter. You have Worth on deck, and Lindblom's probably going to come in to pitch to him. So 3-2 breaking ball or fastball up. They decided to go fastball.
Once again, the 3-2. Swing and a foul. And LaRoche stays alive. Had him reaching.
Yeah. Kratz had a piece of that too. Couldn't quite hold on, looked like. See if this hits the ground first or his glove. No, it hit the ground.
That looked like it hit his leg.
Yeah.
for the third time. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Bastardo. Swing and a miss. He got it with a breaking ball. That one was a little slower than the others, and Antonio Bastardo just struck out the side. He needed 19 pitches, but he did a heck of a job. Charlie Manuel showing some confidence. First, he gets Bryce Harper on a high fastball. Then he gets Ryan Zimmerman on a low fastball. And then finally, with a big old slider, he gets Adam LaRoche. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Your local Chevy dealer. Visit ChevyDealer.com. By Xfinity, the official HD triple play provider of your Phillies. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery, $250,000 a year for life. The new instant game for the Pennsylvania Lottery must be 18 years or older to play. Please play responsibly. Bottom of the 8th inning, Chase Utley will lead it off against Sean Burnett. Ryan Matthews threw a scoreless 7th inning. Burnett will face Utley, Howard, and John Mayberry. Sean Burnett's had a good year. His earned run average is 1.86.
He's tough on left-handed hitters because of the way he steps towards first base.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's going to step off the mound and just keep on going.
See, left-handed hitters 187 against him. It has to really be tough to hang in there against this guy.
Won the count. Applebaum is up to the bullpen for the Phils here at the bottom of the 8th inning.
Phils threw up an extra run last night. It'd be nice to be able to do it again if they can.
Oh, well, there he goes. He's aboard, hit by a pitch. And that'll bring Ryan Howard to the plate with nobody out in the runner at first. By the way, it's getting kind of late here in the ball game, and I don't want to leave one of the questions that somebody asked for the Ask the Booth. Let's get to them real quick. English NN. Darren Ruff, Cody Ash. September calls. I think Ruff is going to be. I don't know about Cody Ash. He's adjusted to AAA, it seems, or AA, it seems, and he's done very well lately. I think Ruff will be up here in September, don't you, Wills?
Well, you know, he certainly has the kind of numbers to do it, but there's a lot of things that goes into whether you bring a guy up and start their clock.
Oh, that's true.
So I don't know what their thinking is on that.
Utley's going. No chance to get him.
You know, you're not in a situation where you're trying to, you know, add a piece to win a pennant or something like that. There's a lot that gets factored into September call-up. If we look at his numbers, it'd be fun to watch him.
Yes,
We'd like to
I
see
agree
him.
with that.
But they have to go through all that stuff in the baseball
point.
administration and decide whether or not it works for them.
Good news is Cody Ash has adjusted to AA. As Howard fouls one back, it's 0-2, and Darren Ruff is having a record-setting year.
Guy just made a record-setting catch.
That was an unbelievable catch.
Thank goodness he fell to his left.
I think he tripped over his children and his wife to get that ball.
It was quite an effort.
0-2 the count to Howard. Just served that one foul.
He's trying to hang in there, Ryan Howard, right now, and pull the ball and get chased to third. Another run here would be so big. They do not have a right-hander up, and Mayberry's on deck.
First at bat with the Dodgers, Adrian Gonzalez hit a 3-run home run.
Must have been that charter jet, huh? How about that?
Place must have been going crazy. He's a Southern California guy.
How about Ned Coletti's looking around right now? The GM's going, oh, I like this.
Here's the 0-2 to Howard. Swing and a miss. He tied him up with a fastball. And one out for John Mayberry. Nobody else is warming in the bullpen for the Nationals. John Mayberry was up the last time with the game tied at 2, and then he provided our Coors Light cold hard blast.
Here's the difference in the game. You see Gio Gonzalez, he thought it was a home run when he threw it. It was up and out over the plate a little bit, and John hits it out to left center field. The wind's blowing out that way a lot right now.
Cold hard blast brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Really picked up to left center all of a sudden.
Utley's going. Pitches outside and low. The throw to third, not in time. He didn't get to third with Ryan Howard at the plate, so he decides to take it on himself to get to third.
What a great job by Chase Utley. Best time to go is normally on the first pitch. They're going to steal third. They caught him by surprise. This guy is really slow to the plate. Look how long it takes him to deliver it. Suzuki throws it anyway. And a good play by Ryan Zimmerman. Watch Zimmerman just come forward here and make sure he doesn't get short hopped or anything, so the ball doesn't go into the outfield and they get the run that way.
So now the infield is in with the count 1-0 to John Mayberry. Phil's looking for another run. And Mayberry hits it in the air, right center field. Worth going back. Utley is tagging. Worth makes the catch. Here's the throw to the plate. Nowhere near in time. And John Mayberry drives home another run. It's 4-2 Phillies here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Talked about it last night. I'll Chase Utley in the get that extra run in the 8th inning. He walked, stole it back there, and then scored a run. He's playing almost possessed right now, and
that's good.
Yeah, and you know, we added last night that he plays hard anyway, but I think he really wants to get after this team right now because they're trying to win something, and the Phillies are, you know, not in the same situation they have been in, and this is a way to have a little bit of fun here at the end of the year.
Eric Kratz the batter with 2 outs. 1-0 the count to Kratz.
He literally steals your run here by leaning into that pitch, stealing 2 bags, and then scoring on the sac fly. That's just great baseball on Utley's part, and that's the kind of player he is.
It's 2-0 to Kratz.
And they add an 8th inning run just the way they did last night to make the score exactly the same. And hopefully the final result will be the same when Jonathan Papelbon comes in.
Hit by a pitch, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored.
Don't teach that stuff. That's inside you.
Line drive, base hit to right field. Kratz did a good job going the other way on that one.
His first hit to right field this year.
First hit to right field this year. He had that sacrifice fly to right field in the Florida series to right center.
Well, he almost had a double to right center when we were down in Miami, and Stanton made an unbelievable play on it in right center field.
That's right. Ty Wigginton's going to pitch hit.
And they just jumped the right-hander up out there.
I guess what Charlie will do is he'll have Wigginton play first. Well, he can do a couple different things. Since he's batting for Pierre, I guess I'll have Knicks play left. Excuse me. That's what I did.
Look at
I'm thinking in the old days when Mayberry was playing first and Victorino was in center.
Yeah. You look at what's happened with the Nationals tonight. Their bullpen's been so good, and they really need to hold on and keep it to a one-run game. And now 2 games in a row, they haven't been able to do it.
Davey Johnson said all the right things last night after the ball game about the Phillies and the way they managed through that game and won the game. Listen, we're not taking anything lightly, so that's still a good club over there. They have Chase Utley. They have, as he said, that guy at first, that Howard guy.
Yeah, it's a different team than they played early in the year, as far as personnel goes.
In the dirt, 2-1 to Wigginton. Saw John Mayberry and Chase Utley in the dugout. Mayberry with 3 RBIs tonight. Utley with that run scored and an RBI. All helping the Phils to a 4-2 lead.
What great baseball that was. It was walk, steal, sack, fly. We would think Burnett would be a little more comfortable to hit off right-handed.
Ball gets away from Suzuki, and Kratz will go up to second. A wild pitch charge to Sean Burnett. There's Michael Martinez on deck.
Has an assist tonight in right field.
Wigginton tried to check. They appeal. They say he went around. And the side is retired. The Phillies do get an extra run on the sacrifice fly by John Mayberry, thanks to the legs of Chase Utley. We go to the 9th with the Phils on top by 2. Cam. All right, Wills. John Mayberry's had a good night.
Yeah, it's a heck of a at-bat right there. He hits the ball out into the stands, and then watch this reaction. Well, that little, oh man, I got a ball here.
Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. That is a great photo right there. Little freeze frame.
Never gets old for a kid to come to the ballpark and get a baseball.
John Mayberry in center field for the Phils with 3 runs batted in. Lance Nix is the new left fielder. He'll take over for Juan Pierre. Jonathan Papelbon will come in. This is his 52nd game. While Papelbon warms up, We want to thank everybody for submitting their questions for the Ask the Booth. Very entertaining as usual. We didn't get to all of them, as you can imagine. But we want to just answer a couple more real quick. Wheels, if you were a vendor, what would you do? I'd sell beer. Beer here, beer here.
I'd sell whatever I could make the most money.
Beer here.
So that would be beer?
I would think so.
Whatever the biggest
soda.
profit margin is for the vendor.
He's back in his seat. He's got the ball all signed and ready to go. Also, there was one gentleman who asked whether he should go out tonight because he's got to be up at 4:30. I'd say yes. Go out. Go out tonight. He's got to be up at 4:30 in the morning, probably to go to work or something.
Why'd you say yes?
I'd say go. Why not?
Is that right?
Saturday night.
It's Saturday night.
Jason Worth will lead it off here at the top of the ninth. Worth is 1 for 3. He did not face Papelbon last night because he was struck out by B.J. Rosenberg. Slider, 0-1.
Try to keep that base runner, any base runner off right now. Keep the tying run away from home plate.
Fastball 0-2. Papelbon has worked ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Jonathan is tied for 5th in saves now with his 28s. Trying to pick up number 29, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He went upstairs with a fastball. 1 away here in the 9th inning.
It's always a good spot to go with him with 2 strikes.
Four straight strikeouts for the Phillies bullpen.
Will chase up high with 2 strikes. That's always been in the scouting report, and 2 nights in a row.
Well, now Bernardino with 1 away. Bernardino has a hit tonight. He's walked. And he takes just a bit outside. 1-0.
You notice about this guy, I think, is he gives good at bats. Runs deep counts. Hits ahead a lot. Can run. Nice looking player. They've been waiting for him to come on for a number of years. And they decided to move Rick Ankiel and go with him. The tools guy,
but he's basically their 4th outfielder right now.
Yeah, but that's a pretty nice 4th outfielder because he can do some things.
Probably their best defensive outfielder.
Right, play center.
1-1 the count to Bernardino. Takes a split outside. 2-1.
Then chase a lot of bad balls.
Roy Halladay started this ball game for the Phillies. He went 7. He allowed 2 runs, struck out 6. Antonio Bastardo, for the first time since the end of July, threw a scoreless 1-2-3 8th inning. Now it's Papelbon on that fly ball to center. John Mayberry's under it. Will be 1 out away from recording another save. Time now for our Home Depot defensive play of the game. Wills
mentioned Michael Martinez picked up an assist tonight. Brain cramp for Bryce Harper at first base. He takes off on that. Ball's hit at Michael. Fires it back to first base. The old 9-2 double play. And that is our Home Depot defensive play of the game.
Home Depot doing more on defense. Danny Espinosa has been on base twice tonight.
Look at the difference in these 2 games at this point. The Bermuda Triangle that has been the 8th inning all year for the Phillies. These 2 nights, they've gotten through it. And that's big league baseball, whether you win or lose. So many games are determined by the 8th inning.
Plus, you add the extra run in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it makes the 9th look so different.
Right.
0-1 now to Espinosa. 1-2 the count to Espinosa. 44,256. Watching a ball game that seemed like the old days. And they hope will be scenes from the future. It's 0-2 to Danny Espinosa. Papelbon is all ready to go. Swing and a miss. He got him 94 miles an hour. And the Phillies, for the first time since the 29th of June, are within 7 games of the 500 mark as they win it tonight, 4-2. The bullpen comes through again. The starting pitcher certainly came through again. And the offense adding an extra run in the 8th inning. Well, the offense came through when it needed to. John Mayberry is our Chevrolet player of the game. 2 for 3, a home run, 3 runs batted in, as he helps the Phils to a 4-2 victory over the Washington Nationals.
Nice, clean game here tonight. Phillies take a lead. They hang on to win the ball game, but here's the big run that they get. Chase Utley hit by a pitch, takes off, steals second. First pitch right here, takes off, steals third base. And then the sacrifice fly by John Mayberry right there to deep right center field gives the Phillies that extra run. A little more for Jonathan Papelbon to work with. Chase Utley does it 2 nights in a row, gets him that run in the 8th inning that really helps win the baseball game. That's our WB Mason. Well, let's call them the deliveries of the game.
Yeah, and Jonathan Papelbon, give him some credit. He's now reached 29 saves on the season. He pitched a perfect 1-2-3 9th inning. So the Phillies bullpen over the last 3 ball games, 9 1/3 scoreless and only 2 hits allowed. Pretty impressive stuff to watch what they've done coming out of the pen. Speaking of impressive, Chase Utley has been very impressive for the Phillies, and he's down with Murph. Murph, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, sometimes it's the little things that help win baseball games. Let's talk about the 8th inning, hit by pitch, 2 stolen bases, and get that extra run. Just how important was that?
You know, sometimes, especially in this park, it can be important. Pap's been pitching great. We have confidence in him, but anytime you can add an insurance run late in the game, it's a nice thing.
Especially against a team like this as well, who really can score runs in bunches, and they come in with the best record in baseball. Getting wins over this team has to give you some kind of satisfaction, I would imagine.
Well, we treat every game the same, no matter who we're playing. Obviously, the Nationals have had a great year, but we're preparing to win on a daily basis.
Talk about your starting pitching tonight. Roy Halladay really dominated early in this game. Looked like Roy Halladay has looked before.
Yeah, he really did. He was sharp. He was crisp. He was hitting his spots. He was mixing his pitches a little bit. Definitely keeping off balance. So it was nice to see.
All right. Good luck tomorrow. Going for the sweep. Chase Utley, guys, we'll send it back upstairs.
All right, Murph. Thank you very much, Jonathan Papelbon. Here's save number 29 on the season as he just blows it right on by Danny Espinosa to help the Phils to the victory. We'll be back to Citizens Bank Park right after this.